Have you ever failed at something? Good. Stay tuned to be encouraged. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16 says the following: For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, but the wicked stumble when calamity strikes. You see, the fear of failure has many people either neutralized, paralyzed, or playing the cover-up game. We consciously or subconsciously ignore our failures because to admit them is to bring shame and guilt into our lives. People believe that if they fail, they're no good, or that they themselves are a failure. But you have to understand that great leaders in scriptures at some time in their careers or lives experience some sort of failure. For instance, Moses, in trying to help his people, ran ahead of the Lord and killed an Egyptian and became a fugitive. Later, against the commands of God, he struck the rock in his anger and never entered the promised land. When King David should have been out in the field of battle, he stayed at home, and as a result, he was tempted to commit adultery with BATHSHEBA and then plotted the murder of her husband. Let's look at the Apostle Peter. In spite of his self-confidence and his great boast, he denied the Lord 3 times and even cursed. It happens to the best of men. It happens to the best of women. And I want to encourage you with 3 simple ways on how to process failure moments in your life. Number 1, failure is not final. Winston Churchill said the following: success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it is the courage to continue that counts. Albert Einstein wasn't able to speak until he was 4 years old. His teacher said that he would never amount to much. Yet, he became one of the greatest minds that ever lived and was a Nobel Prize winner. Oprah Winfrey was told that she was unfit for television. She's now considered one of the most influential women in the world, has her own award-winning talk show, and even her own network. You've heard of Walt Disney. Well, he was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no ideas. Well, you all know who he is now and what he has accomplished. And not only did he create the character of Mickey Mouse, but he also won 22 Academy Awards. How about Dr. Seuss? Well, his first book was rejected by 27 publishers. You've all heard of Michael Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He went home, locked himself in his room, and he began to cry. He later became a 6-time NBA champion, 5-time NBA MVP, and 4-time NBA All-Star. And you know about Abraham Lincoln. Well, his fiancée died, he failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections. Yet, he became the 16th president of the United States. Number 2, failure is an event and not a person. That's what Zig Ziglar said. It is something that happened in life's moments, but it doesn't have to define you. Never take it personal. Maya Angelou said the following: you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter these defeats so that you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. I like to say it this way: you will never fail until you believe you're a failure. And number 3, failure are opportunities for growth. Henry Ford said the following: failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. See, failure gives us an opportunity to reevaluate our strategies. What worked, what didn't work, what needs to change. Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail. I found 10,000 ways how it didn't work. Finally, Bill Gates said the following: it's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. I want you to remember this, that a setback is just a setup for a comeback. So I want you to be encouraged, and I would love to hear from you, your thoughts. Just comment below. God bless.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please support it by clicking the thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. If you're looking for a church to call home, click on the links below. Thank you. Dios te bendiga.